This is the Sandra Day O'Connor Athletic Search and Seizure Policy. When should you search an athlete? We would search an athlete at our school if we had suspicion of stolen property, suspicion of drugs or drug paraphernalia, or if we were suspicious that an athlete had a dangerous object that would be harmful to himself or others. What does the law say for us? For the students, they are covered under the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution, which gives protection for all citizens against unreasonable search and seizure. The amendment basically says that they are secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures, and shall not be violated, nor warrant shall be issued without probable cause. And probable cause is underlined there because that is the big issue at schools. Now, probable cause basically means that anyone searching an athlete must have reasonable suspicion to do a search, such as reliable information from a teacher or student. What does the law say for the staff? It says that we are allowed to search a student, but it must be justified in its inception and reasonably related to the scope, to the circumstances which justified the interference in the first place. So simply we're saying that it needs to make sense that the suspected crime committed, and it should only be towards the person who the crime is specific to, or the incident that the crime is specific to. You can't just have a blanket search of anything. When is it okay to search an athlete? When you have a witness as a student witnesses the possession of drugs, drug paraphernalia, stolen property, or possession of a dangerous object, or when a staff or teacher has the same suspicion of the athlete with possession of drug paraphernalia, stolen property, or a dangerous object. A bag search is one option for a search. Now, the bag search, because it's so intrusive, the probable cause has to really be something that can be documented, and it really needs to be something that warrants a bag search. If ahead of time in your teacher or student-athlete handbook, you mention to them in that handbook that you will be doing searches for all bags, then that would be a good notice ahead of time to let the parents know that all bags are eligible to searches. A vehicle search is easier to do if the car is parked on campus in the assigned parking spot, but beyond that, if it's off campus, then the police officer or SRO would need to get a search warrant and have probable cause in order to attain that search warrant. A locker search, if you have a student-athlete locker, then the locker search is considered, the locker, since it is school property, you have much more latitude to search that locker because it still is considered to be school property, so it's not as much of an intrusiveness in terms of the search. A personal search, such as going through a student's pocket, is strongly discouraged unless there's overwhelming evidence to suggest it is necessary. For instance, that the student will harm themselves or others with the dangerous items. Something as simple as just having them take out any items in their pockets would be better than a teacher or staff member actually reaching into any pockets or doing any personal search of the athlete. The conclusion of this is that the severity of the issue should fit the urgency of the search. Common sense should override all situations. Hopefully the coach or staff member will understand that the intrusiveness of the search should match what is being searched for. And then the last part there is just to be diligent in fact-checking and documentation in case this is to come back to the staff member. Thank you for your time, and I hope this helps to lead you in your search and seizure methods at Sandra Day O'Connor High School.